And that'll do us for the teams tonight, mate.
Yeah.
So for those of you that are just new to us, what we tend to do now is we try and get into some people that we're going to buy, sell, hold, and some captain's options. So to start us off with, who are we going to buy?
Target acquired.
So who are we buying, mate?
Yep. Sorry. Do you mind?
Well, I think Jordan Clark's a buy.
I bloody flipped out of me goddamn notes because I'm an idiot. Yeah, please.
No, Jordan Clark.
Yep.
I think the running mate alongside Luke Ryan, they wax the ball with each other. In our Discord, they're known as the CKC. If you want to know what if you want to find out what it is, jump in there and have a bit of a read. But like these two are just going to wax off each other and score really well for the rest of the year. It's how Freo structure up. They get the ball in Luke Ryan's hands when they need to go backwards and to set up their play. They get the ball in Jordan Clark's hands when they want to get dangerous. It works so well for them. So when we're talking buys and people with upside, I think Jordan Clark really, really nice here.
Agreed, mate.
Green.
Horse, just quickly. Ian just said, what betting agency do you use, Skiddy? There's no market for 100 plus on points bet. Ian, go to sports bet. Under margin, under super margin, and then go down to Swans 100 plus $71.
Yep. Green. We wanted to do something this week, but at 473K at an absolute, like he is a primo when he's going. I think with Kelly back, this might be enough to sort of release him a little bit. 129 the last time he played against Port, but come on, Tommy.
Do something.
Do something. Ari Shellmakers. He's in.
Yeah.
It pains me to say it because he's a shit bloke, but we could nearly go early on this bloke because I think he is going to be the rookie that's going to average your 75 for the rest of the year.
My thing is, he's obviously taking Dougal Howard's spot, right? Dougal Howard's there for a while. Well, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that.
Yep.
Would you rather go Ari Shellmakers, or would you rather go with 6K more and go Nathan Kruger?
This week I'm going Kruger.
I feel like I'm going Kruger as well. That's
which leads us to our next one, Nathan Kruger or Freddie Kruger.
Freddie.
123K. He's got the bye next week, but as you said earlier, mate, with your contacts, you have it on good word that he may actually keep Mason Cox out of the side. So we are, in fact, going to have a swing. Lockie Neal as well. He's a definite buy, mate.
Yep.
When we're looking at the way that he played last week, he's come back fresh off the bye, 635K. He's got a good run coming home. He's got a 3-round average of 135. Mm-hmm. He plays the Saints, he plays Port, and then he plays a struggling D side. He could really go nuts these next couple of weeks, mate.
Yep, absolutely agree there, mate. And the other bloke that we'll chuck in there is Billy Dowling from the Adelaide Crows. Confident on his job security. So 123K. Thought he looked right in the side. Yep, absolutely there. So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to chuck another one in there.
Okay.
Errol Goulden.
Okay. Yep. I knew you were going to go there.
Yep. I think he's got like a 30 break even or 40 break even. I think he's come back in now. Like he's struggled to start the year, and now the Swans have really started ticking. And with that midfield of Heaney, you've got
Grundy.
You've got Grundy, who's an absolute out-and-out ruckman who is giving their midfield first choice. They look to get the ball in his hands because he is such a good user of the ball. He plays so well at the SCG. They've got a lot of SCG games on the home run. Yeah, I think it's a walk-up start.
Yep, agreed.
So next, we'll get into who we think you should be selling.
Sell.
And to start with, mate, this bloke came on and we were talking about him 6 weeks ago as potentially a person who was going to be number one ever, beating the likes of Michael Barlow and Errol Goulden himself for the most money made by a rookie coming in at 102K. But Sam Kloss, 325K, your time is done, son.
Yeah, mate. I think he's time to go. So, yeah, can't be saying that there. The next guy, we had Riley Bonner on this list, but then Nasiah Wanganeen Miller was out. You can still drop his ass. He's got a high break even, but with Wang out, he's probably going to get around about a ton, 90 odd or something like that. So, I mean, the draw's bad coming up, so I still feel confident that you can drop Riley Bonner. Darcy Wilson had 54 last week. Sorry, no, he didn't. He had even worse than that. He was shocking last week.
Yeah.
So I can definitely see Wilson be.
I think he had 25 last week.
Yeah, and he's about 360K. So, he can definitely piss him off, I reckon. I'm putting Luke Jackson on here, Horse. 519K. He's got 140 break even. And, I think Darcy just hurts him way too much. If he plays more forward as he normally does, then we're looking at a guy that's only going to get us about high 70s for the rest of the year, and that's just not enough for me to have a crack at a guy that's 519K. So I'd move him on to, a Bolton, a Rankin in these kind of areas.
Yeah. Jeremy Sharp, 404K break even of 83, only 44 last time he played against the Dogs. And Marvel can hurt the wingers. Dogs tend to match up pretty well against wingers as well. So he's a sell for me, and you bank the cash and move on. And McRae of the Jack variety that plays at the Western Bulldogs. There are words that we could use, but...
That's the most deserved one of it right now because there's not a goddamn chance. He had no CBAs last week. Nah. No, he did have CBAs and he still scored shit. No.
Let's see who we're going to hold, mate. All right, brother. We're holding...
Just quietly, how good's beer? Jeez. Whoever invented that.
I wish I was allowed to.
Soon.
I was about to say Zach Dawson, but it's definitely not Zach Dawson.
No, it's definitely not. He's never been a hold in his life.
No. Dawson from the Adelaide Crows.
Jordan.
595K, 117 last week. He's got a break even of 177, but he's a primo, so you just hold him even though he's going to get the tag this week and just cop it on the chin, unfortunately, mate.
Yep. Pretty much, mate. And then he's got the Giants and Brisbane after the bye. So that is going to really bloody hurt. Definitely someone to be looking at after that. Jack Quispy. He's playing North, 531K, and the cavalry hasn't arrived yet. So, he's still going really, really well. I'm also going to put the rest of the Collingwood players on here as well, Horse, like those, like the mid-price guys.
Harrison, McRae, Sullivan. Yeah.
Yep. All of them, holding them because they're playing North. We're definitely holding the Fridge.
Yes.
Break even of 30. We're holding Revel. Break even.
The sandwich maker.
The sandwich maker. Absolutely. Yeah. And then Kai Lohman. Are we holding him, Horse? Or are we moving him onto a fallen primo, someone along the lines of like Shai Bolton or something like
I am absolutely holding him against St Kilda up there.
Agreed in that aspect. And then we'll look at him you could easily get him to Rosie next week.
Absolutely. Yep.
That is huge.
Good calls, mate. So that's who we're looking at holding this week. Now we've done some digging and these are some players we think you need to keep an eye out for on our watch list.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching.
Good old Monsters Inc.
Connor Rosé back with a 186 break even and at 466K. The ankle should be good to go. They say that it is, but we know what Ken Hinkley is like. Has gone massive against the Giants in his last two. He's just too classy of a player not to bounce back. And I think this is the game where he comes out, he's the captain of the footy club and goes, I'm back.
Yep, I agree, mate. I think so. And then obviously he's not going to get to 186, so we will wait and hold. We'll watch him for next week. Absolutely. I'm still watching Jordan Dawson. Not for this week, but after the bye, massive watch on Jordan Dawson there, Horse.
Yep. So Hunter Clark.
Yep.
On the bubble this week, 352K, break even of 20 with a 96 last week. He has been getting CBAs, but he is just a mid for our Supercoach team. So unfortunately, I don't think we can go there. The man who has come up just a little bit short this year.
Just a little bit short.
First name, Jaden. 371k, break even at 35. No, we can't. He went 108 last time he played against the Hawks. No, we can't. He had 103 last week. No, we can't. He's 371k for a reason, Skiddy.
Yeah, Tigers are looking better though, Horse. Maybe. Nah.
I like my Supercoach team scoring.
Maybe. Yeah, I can see that too, mate. But and then also too, Jai Simpkin as a 360k mid forward. Definitely something to look at here. If he gets the CBAs like he did last week against West Coast, I know that's against West Coast. Like this, we could definitely be onto something here in the forward line as getting like, an inside midfielder. He has been Supercoach relevant in the past for a bad North side.
Yep.
It's just if he does keep the CBAs up, we know that they run, LDU, Wardlaw, Pow, Shields when they're tagging, like all these different types of guys. So, yeah, it's just going to be a watch there. My one thing that I had to ask you about this watch list as well, Horse, when it comes to Hunter Clark, right, he has been getting CBAs, but then when he doesn't, he's been playing defense, halfback defense. We know he's a good runner. We know that he can use the ball really, really well. My thing is, next round of DPP, correct?
Round 17, I think it is.
16 or 17?
Yep.
If he plays enough defense, we genuinely could be looking at him here as a defender because he's only played 2 games. So he could get enough to be able to be a mid defender, DPP. And if we're looking at him at defender,
it could be a nice like D7, M9 loop.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be a very, very. That's why it's like very intriguing for me right now to get him at this bottom dollar. We know that he's going to go up, but if he does get that DPP, that's a massive balls call, and we could get that.
The big one that I don't have that is on my watch list, is Ed Richards.
Okay.
He's a mid defender. Could easily swing him back in mid and not lose too many points. I think he's starting to garner a real role with the Western Bulldogs, and as long as those concussion issues don't linger, then I think we may have ourselves a winner right there, mate. Another one up for the watch list for you at home, ladies and gentlemen, too, Noah Bolter. 360k defender forward if he stays defence. Expect him to average 90 from here on end.
Yep.
Mate, do you want to talk about some captains?
Captains.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Go with it, mate.
All right, mate. Look, so normally, like with my research and everything like that towards the captains, I would be saying take your Hawthorn midfielders against, the worst, the easiest scored team against for Supercoach for midfielders in the Tigers. But this is Dusty's 300th. I'm expecting the Tigers to really come out and try their asses off. So, normally I'd say Will Day and Dylan Moore, but I feel like there's a chance that the Tigs could really slap it on here and have a genuine crack. We can definitely look at Dane Zorko for the Brisbane Lions. I feel like he's a pretty safe VC option this week. We can look at Heaney, Errol, or the bleached arsehole against Adelaide because I feel like it's going to be a pantsing. But it's just going to be which one is it? That's the hard thing. So
I think it's Grundy out of a lot of them.
Yeah, I forgot to put Grundy on here after I realized that O'Brien wasn't playing. So I feel like Grundy is probably the best pick there. Then I would probably lean Heaney or maybe Errol after that. But again, this is a game where Chad Warner could absolutely get off the chain and have, 28 disposals and 3 goals. Like he could genuinely do that.
100%.
Sarong does not play a bad game against the Dogs, so there is a very good one for those people that would like to go early on Sarong. LDU 149 last time against Collingwood, and it's a depleted Collingwood midfield.
Yep,
could definitely see that there. Bont versus Freo has had massive games, including a 182 in the past against them. I'd feel more confident in going Sarong than I would Bont, because especially now that we've heard the news that Bont maybe that hasn't trained that much this week, so that indicates to me forward for him.
Oof.
I'd honestly go Nick Dacos pretty comfortably as well if he does play. The only thing I worry about is Liam Shields has now been pretty comfortable being in that tagging role. Shields has shown that he's been able to go, against these midfield types. He did Yo last week, and then the week before, who did we lose? He went to Zach Butters and then Jason Horne-Francis.
Yeah.
So he has shown that he can keep up with those pacey kind of guys.
Yep.
And then Lockie Neal versus the Saints, 137 last time out against them. I feel like he can definitely get off of it as well.
I'm going to shout you out one more, mate.
What's that, mate?
Dane Zorko.
I already said Zorko.
Yeah, his last 5.
Mm-hmm.
You reeled them off?
No, I didn't reel them off, but please do.
105, 127, 130, 160, 161. They're his scores at the Gabba this year.
Yep, I like that. And against the Saints, I really, really like that as well. I feel like if I unfortunately I don't have him, but if I was going to go anyone, I think my most confident would be in Grundy.
Grundy-licious.
Mm-hmm.
I like hearing that, mate.
I think it's fantastic to have you back, my man.
Thank you.
But, yes.
Before we do knock off each evening, we do, as we said quite a few weeks back, that we want to bring a voice to mental health and that it is not weak to speak. So if you are struggling at home or if you need someone to talk to, my inbox is open. Jake's is open as well. Jump in the Discord. Just send us a message. We'd much rather spend half an hour talking to you via text message or via other ways than in an hour with the rest of your family talking by other means. So it's okay not to be okay, and it's not weak to speak. Remember that, lads. Not just lads, ladies, gentlemen, anyone at home. So on behalf of Skiddy and I, we love footy. We bloody love it, and we love bringing you the best content that there is in the social media world. But it is okay not to be okay. So if you're struggling, reach out.
100%.
Skiddy, it's been a pleasure. I fucking love doing this with you, and I love being here with the crew at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's an awesome place to be. And you know what? We're going to be back here Sunday evening when we're talking about North beating the Pies, our multis getting up, the frothies that we've had, and the good times in the Discord that we've had. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
hang on, mate. Before you do the outro, brother, hang on a second.
What do you got?
We got to give a shout out to our beautiful chat, the best bastards in the world.
Yes.
We love all beautiful bastards. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You guys have been absolute legends. We love all of the comments that you give us, all the love, all the hate, all the jokes. Everything's been fantastic. We seriously do have the best community in the world.
Oh, we do.
Jump into the Discord and be a part of it because, there's nothing better than this. We see all the little jokes that go on. We see all these beautiful bastards that happen in there. And, we couldn't appreciate you guys anymore if we tried.
100%. This is Skiddy. I'm the horse. It's a pleasure to be back. And this has been another episode of the Insight AFL Insight podcast team. Go Roos.
Go Roos!